Do you need a realtor if you're buying a new construction home? So I've gotten this question more often lately, so let's talk about it because buying a resale house versus buying a new construction is a very different process. And yes, realtors do represent buyers all the time on new construction purchases, and here's why. So when you go into a model home and the sales rep gives you all the information and they answer all your questions, don't forget that they still work for the builder and they have the builder's best interest in mind, not yours. And you should want somebody to work for you too. So many realtors like myself are very familiar and specialize in new construction, which means we can win bigger for you when it comes to price, upgrades, negotiations, all that. Now, before I get into it, remember all builders have different offerings, okay? So most builders don't typically like to negotiate their base price. They want to keep them similar because they're selling multiple of the same models, and as long as people are buying those models, they have no reason to negotiate the base price, right? However, the right realtor will know that some builders actually entertain offers on their homes to be built, and also builders are more receptive to negotiating upgrades or giving closing cost credit instead of a $10,000 price reduction. So you could have your realtor ask for a $5,000 credit at the design center. You can ask for closing cost contributions, rate buy downs, so much more. Just don't expect to get everything, and not every builder is going to give you a credit. It just depends on how popular their product is and what inventory they need to move. But it certainly doesn't hurt to ask. And lastly, let's talk about the closing cost. Every builder is different, but no matter which one you go with, pay close attention to the closing cost because most big builders push a lot of their closing costs over to the buyer side, and this can be thousands of dollars in extra closing costs that you wouldn't typically pay if you were purchasing a resale house. So again, having a realtor to check these things out for you and negotiate on your behalf doesn't cost you a thing, and in most cases it actually puts money back in your pocket. So if you're like a lot of my buyers lately, swooning over these new construction communities, call me. Let's spend some time together, find the right floor plan for you, and let me start working on your behalf.